Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm an Atlanta bankruptcy attorney, and I wanted to talk to you today about debt limits in Chapter 13. And debt limits don't really come up very often because most people don't owe that much money that they're going to get close to the debt limits. But every once in a while I do see it happen, especially if you have a huge deficiency claim, if you've owned a lot of real estate and it's all the deals have gone bad and you have all this liquidated debt. It's got to be debt that can be determined. It can't be unliquidated debt. So it's got to be a number that we can arrive at. But the current limits, which were changed as of April of 2013, are as follows. You can have up to $1,149,525 of secured debt, and you can have up to $383,175 of unsecured debt. So if you have too much of either of those kinds of debt, let's say you have $500,000 of unsecured debt, you cannot file a Chapter 13. You would have to go into a Chapter 11, and Chapter 11 is a lot more complex, a lot more expensive to file, a lot more in attorney's fees. And every once in a while I do have a case where somebody, because, again, it's typically they've invested in real estate deals, they put it in their own name, they have too much unsecured debt, or they've gotten involved in houses, they've got too much secured debt. Even if they're going to surrender that, when they walk into bankruptcy court, the minute we file, if their secured debt is over the limit or their unsecured debt's over the limit, then we are jurisdictionally prohibited from filing a Chapter 13, and the case will be dismissed. So if you have an unusually large amount of debt, it's definitely worth talking to your attorney as soon as you possibly can. Sometimes there are ways to convert one type of debt to the other kind of debt, or get rid of it in anticipation of bankruptcy so that you can fit into a Chapter 13, because again, it's a lot faster and cheaper way to go than Chapter 11. But there are debt limits for Chapter 13. There are no debt limits for Chapter 7, no debt limits for Chapter 11, but there are debt limits for Chapter 13. So if you think you're close to those, something to talk to your attorney about, and talk to your attorney about it sooner rather than later. So again, if the bankruptcy is even on the remote horizon, so that you know what the options could be in your case. Again, I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. I hope you don't need me, but if you do, please call me at 770-393-4985. I've been practicing consumer bankruptcy law in the Atlanta area for over 25 years, and I'm happy to help you.